What's going on? So, of course, I got to take about Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Jokic, I'm going to address that. He is not top four. He is not in the conversation with Shaq, Wilt, Russell, Kareem. So, stop. Got him right at the table with Hakeem and at the table with Moses Malone. But I can't even put him past them right now because he, I don't know if it's going to get any better than what he's doing. As great as he is, he might have peaked and topped out. We're going to see. We're going to see. But that ring was big, and no doubt it's huge. But he might just turn into a James Harden type. He might just be a perimeter. It might not get any better. I'm going to address the kind of help they need. The thing with him is that, yes, I'll give him an all around game. And he's one of the best players easily of the last 15 years. Right now for discussion. But when I heard Paul Pierce saying that Durant was more valuable than LeBron and Steph and Durant and all. I'm like, pump the brakes, yo. The Durant factor, you can make a case because even though when Durant was in his peak in his prime, he was hard to stop, but in the right system. But aside from that ring, that one finals, Jokic the last 2 years been stopped in the second round. He has not gotten past the second round. He has not figured out how they're biting him up and picking at him enough to kind of nudge him, and it's starting to take its toll. He was definitely frustrated by Zubac in the first round, and he definitely couldn't get out the second. So, we could be looking at his peak and prime. Now, that's not to say he don't have 3 or 4 more top tier years in him. However, if he don't reprove that roster, he's gonna be a stat pattern. He'll turn into a James Harden type. He'll turn into a guy that went from a could have been top tier all time great to a guy who's great but he didn't quite get to the next level. He could be looking at a Giannis situation if he don't get help or get something going. So that's what it's looking like. He could be in Giannis's situation. As for the Nuggets, trying to get rid of your coach and on the run, you didn't really solve what you didn't do. Let me say this in English. You blew that one game to Denver. That one game to OKC. You could have probably won this series with a little more discipline. The first series went too long with the Clippers. So, hey, that was a too long series. Then you went into this series where you probably, again, don't have the horses for 4, 7 games. And, it's kind of like we let Jokic get off, but everybody else who's going to beat us. Well, that's probably the problem. And you can't blame Russell Westbrook. He played pretty good, but the problem is they just don't have the depth. And I do blame part Mike Malone. I just think the discipline was there. Michael and the elephant in the room, Michael Porter Jr. He's just washed right now. He is washed. He soaps and no suds. It's just kind of like whatever he had is gone. It just ain't there. They got to get guard play again. Russell, you might bring back, you might not, but you gotta get guard play with Jamal Murray. Got to get consistency. You got to get another inside presence. I don't know what Michael Porter Jr. is gonna do. If Zion Williams could handle altitude and he could actually play about 60, 70 games, that would be a steal. Because I think Zion Williamson is the dude that no one's talking about that could be a turning point for either Denver or for Golden State if he don't go to Miami. I'm just saying 100. It's one of them kind of destinations that a cat like that could be huge. Because if he plays, he's in shape, and he's teamed up with somebody, it could be the Zion Williamson sweepstakes. If Giannis don't do, Zion would have to be the next. So that could be something. But they have to explore possibilities if they want to make Jokic look even better. Because right now, it's not looking like he's not gonna morph up. He's not gonna move up. And this team is underachieved for what the size they got. They don't play no defense. Their offensive sets are predictable. Their bench is gone. They had a bench when they went and won 2 years ago. That 2 years ago seems like a lifetime ago now. They should have been a lot deeper than what they are. And now it's all for naught. Now it's pretty much came, gone, and went. So that's how I am right now. If you're a Nuggets fan, you got to go back to the drawing board. 2 years removed from the chip seems like 10 because it's going to be a long time before they can impose it. And it's considering how dominant what he posts up, they're just not a dominant team. They're just a pretty much a good enough team that wins games, but not a threat in the postseason. So they either got to get it right with the coach, they got to get the bench, they got to do something with Michael Porter Jr., they got to get a point guard. Jamal Murray got to get on this game. I like Gordon. I like Braun. I like Braun all right, but they got to get two or three pieces on the bench. They've been relying too much on this same style, and it's caught up with them. Because when you don't play defense and your offense is streaky, and you're getting no. And then the thing is, in this series, they got blew out in 2 games. They lost bad in this game. They lost bad in game 2. They got smashed 2 games disastrously. So it's like y'all got to do something about that. So the Nuggets got a lot of work if they want to keep Jokic and what they want to do. So we'll see. We'll see. But no, he is right now. He is not top 5 center. Mm-mm. I say tied for 7. I think 7. He's number 7 all time. He's not top 5. Mm-mm. You got to do better than what you're doing. And you got to stop stat padding and get people involved. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share of your like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.